The first thing we want to take a look at is the side-by-side comparison of two case studies. On the left-hand side of this matrix, you see case study number 1, which is identified as a weak analysis. On the right-hand side, we see case study number 2, which is identified as a strong analysis. The top half of this matrix shows the personality results of each of these candidates. The bottom half of this matrix shows the results of their competency scores. Now, we can see in case study number 1 that there is a lot of personality showing up in the results of this report. Now, I understand that you may be having a hard time reading these words. We'll show some close-up photos here in just a little bit, so bear with me. But we see that the personality is really prevalent in case study number 1. You might notice also graphics across the spectrum from the 4 temperaments defining introversion and extroversion. This is natural. Dr. Carl Jung, who gave us the words introvert and extrovert, said that no one is purely one and none of the other. In fact, if we look at case study 1 versus case study 2, you can see that both of them have scores across the personality spectrum. While this is natural, what we prefer to see is lower personality scores versus higher. So case study number 1, we have a lot of personality in how this person communicates and how they relate to the people around them. This may or may not be bad, but what we can say is this person might have a very difficult time connecting with people on their level. This suggests that this person is dictating for a situation or for a person how he or she chooses to behave in a given situation. The reason why that's important is because the scores below it are the skills that define servant and transformational leadership. We can see servant leadership on the left-hand side and transformational leadership on the right-hand side of that particular graphic. We can also see a score of overall. Overall is very important. We like to see at least a 5.0 in overall and a 5.0 in servant leadership. We'll look at the total of these scores here in a moment. But the first thing that we want to see is that their skills are driven down quite a bit because of the prevalence of personality behaviors. On the other side of this matrix, we see a strong analysis of case study number 2. And as we can clearly see, the way this person communicates through their personality is a lot less than case study number 1. This is what we're looking for. We're looking for the scores of introversion and extroversion to be around the 5.0 mark. And you can see with this particular case, we see a 5 and a 4. This is a wonderful score. The reason why this is so good is because we already know by looking at this that the soft skills are going to be a lot stronger. The reason for this is personality behaviors are working against the soft skills. The stronger the personality, the less the soft skills, and vice versa. With case study number 2, we can clearly see that this individual has the ability to communicate well. Their servant leadership skills are strong. Their transformational leadership skills are strong. Servant leadership is how they build relationships. Transformational leadership is how they build professionalism in other people. So this side-by-side comparison, if you didn't have anything else to go by, would be a clear indication of who would be the better candidate. Or if you're using this as a team management, who might need some work to improve their soft skills.